from the first to the 800th. One lapse, one bobble, one ill-timed blink of the eye. It's the difference between immortality and irrelevance.
Back here under the caution, and guys, we are going to be coming up on 30 laps to go. We already know the Hondas can go that distance. Earlier in the week, Roger Penske said if we can lean the motor, we can go as far as 32 to 35, depending on how far they lean it. How do you play this? It looks like it's going to be a good old-fashioned shootout from this point.
That's the perfect word to use right here. This is a shootout, and I think it's going to be some of the most amazing 30 laps we have seen at Indy in a long time.
And there's no reason for the Chevrolets to lean the engine out, because when you do that, you lose horsepower, because we know that they can go 30 laps running rich. So to your point, Eddie, this is put your foot on the gas, and this pretty soon will be teammates, will no longer be teammates.
Maybe they will be up to the last 3 laps. But whoever's around you, you're going for it.
Well, they pitted on lap 166, and remember, you get 2 laps for every 1 under green versus under caution. All right. There have been a lot of things happening on pit road today, and here is one where James Hinchcliffe slides over the air hose, forcing him to back up. And on this last round of stops, Graham Rahal had a problem, guys.
He hit a gun.
Oh, and it was inside the box. So we're waiting for word from IndyCar as to possible penalties.
And those rules are very clear. They're not very ambiguous.
All right, pace car, as you can see, coming through and getting ready to make the turn into turn number 4. It is Dixon, Franchitti, Sato, Justin Wilson 4th. Charlie Kimball is in 5th. Tony Kanaan 6th. Ed Carpenter has moved up into the 7th spot. Briscoe, Barrichello in 9th. Elio Castroneves rounds out your top 10. We're going to have 29 to go. This time by, load your guns, fire your bullets. The race is really on. 3 wide.
Wilson takes him for 3rd.
Justin Wilson gets around Sato. On board with Hinchcliffe through 2. Down the backstretch, first 6 are nice and straight. Here comes Hinchcliffe looking to get under Barrichello. Going for the lead. Franchitti takes it.
And I think Wilson's going to take 2nd now.
Sato right on the back end of the 18 as well. Sato's going to take a peek.
And he shuts him down.
Tony Kanaan also in that mix. Guys up front don't know what they're missing behind them.
Well, they're happy not to be behind him.
And put Carpenter in that mix also. Remember, he won the last oval race last year when he was driving for Sarah Fisher. He's won here in the Indy Lights Series in the Freedom 100. As you mentioned, Eddie, this is flat-out racing as hard as you can go.
But you gotta save something for those last 5 or 3 or 4 laps, or whatever it is. You don't want to take too big of a risk here, but you can't lose any track position. And here comes Ed Carpenter.
Okay, there seems to be one car pulling into pit lane. We'll get that for you as soon as we can. But as this continues, there goes Sato back into 3rd. He gets under Justin Wilson.
Yeah, and Wilson's going to lose out on this one.
Oh, he's losing 2 more spots. As
he's up high. He's up high.
So Tony Kanaan got around him in the 11 car. There he is, and also Ed Carpenter. Here we go for the battle for the lead. It looks like nobody wants to lead because they still may be thinking about fuel.
We're going to work on a fuel number for you, and we'll give you the number for no more yellow. And that's all we can do. If there's yellow, then obviously we can back it up.
Yeah, I'm saying the fight is nobody's going to want to lead.
Well, we hope that's the case.
Like you said, nobody wants to lead.
It's because they all feel like they're going to be a sitting duck on the end if there is a restart. And we've seen how many times you can suck up in the draft and just whip around.
But it's very hard to interpret what they're saying, but it sounded to me like they were not 100% confident they got enough fuel to go full power.
I wondered about that because track position is so important. Did they fill the tank completely?
28 official lead changes today, one off the mark back in 1960.
Look who's fourth right now and looking to get past Sato.
And he's in a hurry. You've got to line him up the right way, that you can't come out too early.
Didn't time that right, did he?
Vince, what are you hearing on Ganassi's fuel situation?
Dario Franchitti and Scott Dixon are both running the same fuel setting, and Mike Hall, who handles the strategy for Dixon, just told Dixon, he said, Dario is on the same strategy. We've got to make 4.4, but he just told him that gives us a little bit of cushion to the end. Remember, they've been targeting 4.1. Now he needs 4.4 to the finish.
We thought they could make 30, and we went back at 170. This is going to be interesting.
Well, they hit it on 166. Maybe they're not getting the fuel savings under yellow that we thought and were told last week.
But I think you can be another lap change.
So we've got all this action going up front. You've got Franchitti holding on to the top spot. There's Dixon right there in second. Sato is in third. What a great view. Carpenter on fourth place.
4.3 on your dash. 4.3 on your dash.
And you heard him. 4.3 on the dash. Sato's fuel mileage. Let's get an update from Rick DeBrule.
Well, the team not only thinks they can do it, they're pretty confident about it. But the key is he's got to stay there. He can't be trying to dice it out with the two cars ahead of him. So what they've done is basically given him instructions. Sit there, bide your time, wait, and then make your move. Don't make your move too soon, although, as you can see, he's under attack by Ed Carpenter.
He's not only under attack, he's now moved back to fourth spot. Ed Carpenter. Remember, this is a backup car. They trashed the first one in qualifying last weekend, and he has really come to life here in the second half of this race.
And it's a Chevy.
Right now, it is two Hondas, then Carpenter Chevy, then two more Hondas with Wilson and Sato, then Kanaan Chevy in sixth.
And if we go with what we've learned so far, the Honda seems to be better on fuel, but maybe now in this full race setting, maybe the Chevy will have something different.
Here we go again. We just tied the mark. Will we break it? Yes. 30 lead changes. A new record here at the Indianapolis 500. Dixon back out in front.
And as you were doing that, Wilson was having a look at Carpenter, and I think he maneuvered that pass also. He did not get that done.
So there's Justin Wilson in third. Carpenter in fourth. Sato is fifth. Kanaan is shown in sixth. What's been amazing about this race, if you have just tuned in late, no lead has been bigger than about 4.5 to 5 seconds at any stretch during the day. This is what we've had with this brand new DW12.
But what we do know for sure is that the lead car uses more fuel. The two target teams, the two target drivers, are leapfrogging each other, and they're working as a team.
They can go here.
Remember, we're talking about the fuel mileage. We don't know if it's going to be Honda or Chevrolet that's going to be able to make it to the end. We thought both of them could when we came back to green, but we're hearing from the teams right now they need to make some fuel numbers, and because everything is brand new, is we see Sato right now having a look on the inside of Carpenter, and he gets that pass completed, Eddie. We're just going to have to find out in the last 2 or 3 laps here are going to be a nail-biter.
And Wilson is all over Dixon.
One car awfully close to the wall there.
Here we go. 20 laps to go.
20 laps to go.
And you got the powerhouse team of Target Chip Ganassi.
Oh, look out, Carpenter spins. Can he save it? And look out, he's right in the middle of the track.
Turn 2. I'll be behind 2.
Everybody gets by.
Well, we don't have any fuel mileage problems, guys.
Not anymore.
We're going racing.
Tough break for Ed Carpenter, though. He had really fought back to get back into this race.
He's asking to turn him around. He wants to get back in.
Yeah, he wants to get started, but you saw him release his foot off the brakes as he got close to the wall to stop the car from hitting the wall. Very, very astute move from his part.
He's going to have to come in for tires, though. There is no way he could go back on the track after those spin.
Absolutely.
After that spin.
All right, let's show you what happened to Ed Carpenter.
You see he's way down below the line. 5th car in your frame, gets on that white line, and I think he did just kiss the wall there, Eddie, just on the exit.
Yeah.
very close to getting hit, and boy, when that's happening, you got cars coming towards you. All you can do is just sort of hold on, close your eyes, and
That started with that white line, Scott. And he can't, look at that. You can't have 1/100 of a thousandth of an inch between the car and the wall there.
he may or may not have. I think he got away
Just
with
barely.
just the tire, maybe.
No, he
I
didn't
think he
touch
missed it. Oh, he needs to go out and buy a lottery ticket.
He just had a lottery ticket.
That's true.
So a tough spin, but we saw this throughout the month. Brian Clausen's crash during pole weekend. He touched that white line, and boy, it just got the car so squirrely.
But when you start doing that, when your car is maybe not working as well as it did before, so you now start to try and cut the corner a little bit to make the car maneuver through Eddie. And I know you know how that works. He just didn't get away with it.
No, but like they say, on the last 20 laps, you throw all your caution to the wind and you try everything you possibly can. I have no idea what his setup was, but you were right. He probably had a little bit of push in the car, and he was trying to keep that momentum, because with these smaller turbo engines, if you take your foot out of the throttle, it takes you a whole lap to get back up to speed again. You think he's busy here?
He just wants to look to the right to see what's coming.
Let's go on board with Tony Kanaan, give you the view from his perspective. Remember? Is that moment where you guys are saying, oh, which way do I go?
You actually don't think in those moments because it happens too quickly. Your brain just takes over, and before you know it, you either made it through the accident or you haven't.
Well, there is Ed Carpenter as he has gotten refired. And we're getting word from pit road that no one is going to stop. So fuel is good. Stay with us. The shootout is still on here at Indy. A word from your ABC stations is coming up.
The #1 new show of the summer is Duets.
Because two voices
are bigger than one. What doesn't kill you makes you stronger.
Thursday, for these 4 music superstars, the only thing bigger than their performances is the pressure.
I'm going to be really blunt with you.
She can't make a big mistake.
I lost one of my contestants. Had to find a replacement.
No, wait, this is miserable. We're going to get him. We're going to kill him. I'm going to kick her butt.
Duets, all new Thursday, 8/7 Central on ABC.
Summer's almost here. Get a Ford with 0% financing plus up to $2,000 cash back and no payments for 90 days. Hurry, offers end May 31st.
Are you paying more and more for cable and enjoying it less and less? Upgrade to Verizon Fios TV, internet, and phone for just $89.99 a month, guaranteed for 2 years with a 2-year agreement. This is a limited time offer, so don't wait. Get Fios at this great low price. Act now and you'll get $250 back. But hurry, this incredible offer ends June 2nd. Call 1-888-GET-FIOS. Fios, a network ahead.
On June 2nd, all the kings of power are coming. The Advanced Bikes Monster Jam, Path of Destruction. 16 Monster Jam superstars, including world champions Medusa, Monster Macho Toro Loco, direct from his world finals win, 10-time world champion Maximum Destruction, driven by Tom Metz, and back to its 30th anniversary celebration, 4-time world champion Grave Digger, driven by Dennis Anderson. The skate feature sale just $10. June 2nd, M&T Bank Stadium. Rain or shine.
Summer's almost here. Get a Ford with 0% financing plus up to $2,000 cash back and no payments for 90 days. Hurry, offers end May 31st.
Make your social network work for you. Become an ABC2 fan on Facebook.
We're racing again at Indianapolis.
Kanaan is going to get it. Kanaan is going to get it. He's in the lead.
Tony Kanaan comes all the way from about 6th starting position to take the lead.
Do you think he's a good restarter?
Now the question is, can he hold on to it? What we've seen so far today, the answer is going to be no. But at least now he's in the mix.
Oh, you wait for this cheer when he comes down the front stretch here. This place is going to come alive.
Listen, what an exceptional restart.
Right behind him is Dario Franchitti. They are close friends.
He's not going to be able to hold it. He's not going to be able to hold it.
Here comes Dario. The gloves are off. This time by 15 laps to go.
All clear, all clear.
Coming into the mix as well is Ryan Briscoe. He's in third right now. Dixon is fourth. Wilson is back in fifth.
And Eddie, you and I talked about just when we were away at commercial one time whether the two target cars had the right amount of downforce to be up front, and wondered whether or not Tony had maybe just a bit too much. We'll wait and see. Sato to the inside.
Yeah, that was Sato getting around Justin Wilson. So Justin slid back several spots. He restarted third and has now been bumped back to the sixth position. Here comes Dixon taking a look underneath Briscoe. Briscoe takes a defensive line. He's trying to get around second place, Tony Kanaan.
So there's a little bit of a bottleneck behind Franchitti. Not could play to his advantage.
Well, and I think right now that's because Kanaan, who slowed them up a little bit going into one. Now look at these guys here.
Here comes Dixon.
Fourth and fifth, and Dixon's going to go on the inside. He knows he's got to get up front and start to chase down Franchitti.
And you heard Briscoe had to breathe the throttle going into three as well.
But everybody's showing a lot of discipline. Stay off the gray.
That's Justin Wilson as he goes under Takuma Sato. The action that we have seen today in this 500, as there goes Tony Kanaan, back for the race lead. Listen to the crowd. Oh, what a popular win it would be for Kanaan.
Turn one.
Yellow crash in turn one. It is Marco Andretti. The curse continues.
He was moving up. He had moved himself up to eighth. He felt like he had a race car that could win. His confidence had never been higher. Look at the look on Grandpa's face. You heard him say, give him a minute. Hey, Marty, I think he did have a race car to win today. Circumstances got him in the wrong place, and he just can't get through the group to get himself back up to the front. Mario won this race back in 1969. Since then, no Andretti has ever made it back to victory lane. And it will not happen again today.
I'm liking Kanaan, just like what you said.
Well, Tony has made no secret about it. You know, he and Dario were very, very close to Dan Weldon. And he looks at the Borg Warner trophy and he said, I want my face right next to Dan Weldon and alongside of Dario Franchitti. All right, let's go back and show you what happened to Marco. Now we're going to watch Marco here just on the bottom side of your screen go in through turn one and trying to make a move. And as he does that, we saw the same thing with Ed Carpenter. Gets those inside wheels on the white line, loses the grip. He knows he's lost it. He locks the wheels up and impacts the safer barrier on the right-hand side. Just trying to drive himself too quickly, too fast to get up towards the front because he knew it was go time, Eddie.
That white line has caught everybody out that's been on it today.
It has become no man's land.
That was a very hard impact, too, especially on the side like that. And you see Marco is okay, but he's getting out very slowly. You can see it's all wrong by the time he's got to the center of the turn. Did hit the safer barrier. Let's go on board with Marco. This is in slow motion.
You know what was amazing with that slow-mo? Did you see how he had the calmness once it got sideways and he corrected? And a good 30 yards before he got to the wall, his foot was hard on the brakes.
Now watch his hands here.
And then once he knows he's going to hit the wall, his hands will come off the wheel so he doesn't get his hands caught in the wheel when the wheel then turns around and hits and impacts the wall.
All right, Marco is out of the car. He'll make the mandatory trip to the infield care center. And right now, we've got 11 laps to go. Our 7th caution here at Indianapolis. It is going to be one heck of a shootout. Don't leave us.
Every day, hundreds of thousands of men and women around the world and back home sacrifice to defend our country and and the ideals of good. This is General Richard Myers, retired chairman of the Joint Chiefs of Staff, for raising and nurturing the finest, with whom we've all been privileged to serve. Thank you, America.
With 31 miles per gallon highway, you won't mind going out of your way. Available blind spot monitoring will help keep things smooth. And with available voice command navigation, you certainly won't mind helping your kid's sister and her friends find their way. The 2012 Dodge Charger. Here's to American innovation.
Most life insurance companies look at you and just see a policy. At Aviva, we do things differently. We're bringing humanity back to life insurance. That's why only Aviva rewards you with savings for getting a checkup. It's our Wellness for Life program with online access to Mayo Clinic. See the difference at avivausa.com.
So every year my family throws this great reunion in Austin. But this year I can only afford one trip, and I've always wanted to learn how to surf. Austin's great, just not for surfing. So I checked out Hotwire, and by booking with them, I saved enough to swing both trips. See, Hotwire checks the competition's rates every day, so they can guarantee their low prices. That's how I got a 4-star hotel on the beach in San Diego for half price.
HOTWIRE, hotwire.com.
ABC next Sunday. Be inspired.
Oh my God!
Be transformed.
Do it for your boys. Do it for you.
And believe the impossible.
Go, go!
It's an all-new season of Secret Millionaire.
I have a check for
$150,000. And the return of Extreme Makeover Weight Loss Edition.
And what are you going to do?